Hey guys, it's Dave back again for another video. Welcome back to Dave's Dimension. We're going to do a little bit of a review today for Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 2. So if you haven't seen this, stop this video right now. Stop it. Stop. If you haven't watched this episode, you're stopping it right now, guys. Go back, go on CBS All Access, watch it, come back, and then hit play again, and we'll pick up, okay? Spoiler alert, I will be talking about events that happen throughout this episode. So please, if you haven't watched it and you don't want to be spoiled, stop this video right now and come back to it. Save it in your playlist. If you haven't subscribed, please do that already. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, follow us for more videos. So, spoiler alert, or with this being Star Trek, red alert, we're going to go into territory discussing Season 3, Episode 2, Numero dos. So, where do we pick up? We pick up with the Discovery jumping through time and landing in the future. Not exactly where Michael Burnham landed, but in the future. Now, the ship, obviously traveling through time the way it did, lots of damage. We're talking EPS conduits, plasma relays, everything is just crashing. Speaking of crashing, that's exactly what the Discovery does. It crashes on a planet. A planet with a very harsh atmosphere, mind you. Very cold, polar-like temperatures. Now, a very crucial component known as the translator. So if you're a big Trekkie, you know what the translator is, especially it harks back to references from the original series. Well, they need this for communications and for all around operations of the ship. So, Saru, who's butting heads with Giorgio, by the way, Saru taking a firm stance, tells her that because they find out on this planet there's a nearby settlement. And it's not a first contact situation, but Saru's trying to treat it as that because he doesn't want to alter or pollute any kind of natural evolution or cultures. But they're from the distant past. What kind of a cause and effect are they going to have now? Well, we'll see what happens. So he decides to not take Giorgio, but takes Tilly, which was an unusual choice, but I get why he did it. He even gives Tilly a reason why he brought her, because she's just a friendly, great, warm welcome as far as personalities and people go. So they are traveling to the nearby settlement. Takes a bit of a while for them because they're on foot. They're hiking. They didn't take a shuttlecraft, which probably would have been an idea I would have thought of. But I understand Saru wants to treat this like a first contact situation because, well, he's in command of the ship. He's an acting captain, so this is, it's what he says and that's what goes. So, other things going on. Stamets is still not 100%. He's injured. He's in pain. He's not listening to his husband. So he's trying to effect repairs in engineering. And also, Jet, the engineer that they saved from the Hiawatha, she is in a lot of pain. So she's sitting down. But she's also following Stamets, trying to keep an eye on him, trying to look out for him. These two, I think Stamets and Jet are going to be the Bones and McCoy of this crew. They're the ones that are going to butt heads, and they enjoy butting heads with one another. Well, Stamets is trying to effect repairs to the Jeffries tubes, and at one point, with the damage to the ship shaking around, he's being thrown around like a rag doll, he starts bleeding again. But he's still trying to repair the power conduits through the Jeffries tubes. Meanwhile, Tilly and Saru come across a local settlement and suddenly find themselves transported into kind of a makeshift miner's saloon. And they find several people aiming phasers at them. And one of them decides to help them by helping to repair the translator. Well, while this is happening, they start to hear about a bad guy. I think his name was Jairus or Jaren or something like that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember the exact name. I have to watch the episode again. So this guy, he's a familiar face, not to Star Trek, but he's a familiar face to TV and movies. He was co-starring with Jennifer Love Hewitt in the Ghost Whisperer series, and he also appeared as the all-around nice guy from Dawn of the Dead, the 2000s remake. The guy who helps everyone and kind of sacrifices himself at the end when everyone leaves on a boat. This guy, he's playing an awesome bad guy, and he doesn't die in the episode that we know of, that we see. Okay, his fate is kind of up in the air. It's kind of almost certain, but it's not. So I really hope they bring him back. I definitely can see him as kind of a reoccurring bad guy, kind of like what they did with Harry Mudd, you know? So I would really love to see that. So thanks to Giorgio not listening to Saru, she shows up, helps Saru and Tilly take on the bad guys, and they kind of come to an amicable situation. You'll see what I mean. I don't want to give too much away. Yes, I am giving away spoilers, but I don't want to do it word for word. Okay? Throughout the episode, we see how badly damaged the Discovery is. We also see how badly damaged one of its crew members is. Uh, Demler, the pilot navigation for the Discovery, she's shaken up. She kind of has like shell shock. She's got PTSD from all the crew members that they lost, all the lives they lost during the battle, and throughout all of last season. And she's really shaken up, and like I think there may be some psychological issues going on, but I have a fear of something else. We thought Control was completely destroyed. What if at some point some microscopic nanite of Control somehow got into her cybernetics, her augmentation that she has along the side of her head? That would be a very interesting and dark storyline to go. Um, but we'll see what happens. I know I say that a lot. We'll see what happens because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have concrete spoilers for the rest of the season. To me, the season's definitely going to have a very Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda feel, where they're going to be trying to reform and rebuild Starfleet and the Federation. That's my feel for it. That's just what I'm picking up on. Suffice to say, Saru, Tilly, and Giorgio make it back to the Discovery with the repaired translator. They are trying to, because the ship had crashed on the planet. They're trying to lift the ship back up, but what's happening is, as I said, this very harsh atmosphere, Arctic type temperatures. You're actually seeing ice crystallizing on the hull of the saucer of Discovery, and then suddenly there's a tractor beam pulling the ship up. Now everyone's freaking out because they think that in this new harsh future that some enemies are attacking them right now, and they're in no shape to take on anyone. Not anyone. Then suddenly they're receiving a hail. Saru decides, okay, open the hail. And guess who it is? Michael Burnham. But we now know that Discovery arrived much, much, much later than Michael did. Because when Michael's hailing them on a view screen, she has very nice long braided hair. So obviously it's not days, it's not hours, it's possibly months. I'm not going to go there and say maybe a year or two. It's definitely months. So we'll see, in the next episode, we'll see, how the crew reacts to knowing that the Federation is all but gone. Who knows, there may be other fragments of the Federation in the Beta quadrants, or the Gamma quadrant, or the Delta quadrant, we don't know. Or even in other sectors. I mean, all that we know is that one little sector from last week's episode. So it's going to be very interesting to see, how the crew reacts to this, how they will evolve from this. Are they going to stay true and by the book? Or, along the lines, are they going to be picking up new crew members? You know, allies or people who are down on the luck who want a chance at the Federation's life that it was so many years ago. And at one point, are we going to find out that the spore drive of Discovery is going to be the game changer? Is going to be the one true weapon and catalyst in this new season, in this new future that we have? Because obviously, we know from the previous episode that dilithium is very precious, but also warp ships are all over the place. They just can't function. And why was that? What was there a type of weapon to prevent that? What exactly is behind all this? Those are the mysteries we want to know. But I definitely think with Discovery having an option of using the spore drive, and also what does the mycelial network appear as now in the distant future? We're almost 1,000 years into the future. 930 years they traveled. So is the mycelial network still okay with them jumping from place to place? Or maybe is there a new evolution of them? Those who play Star Trek Online, you'll know that there's different missions and adventures that actually, there's even one that allows you to go into the mycelial network with a version of Stamets. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm really excited to see what happens. But those are just some of my quick impressions of Season 3, Episode 2 of Star Trek Discovery. What are your guys' thoughts? Please leave your thoughts, questions, concerns, suggestions, crazy madman theories in the section below where it says comments. If you like this video, you want to watch some more, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that bell for notifications. You'll know when, as soon as we upload a new video. We have some other stuff coming in soon. I'm a long time Walking Dead fan. I'm not surprised that it's finally ending. Some of the stories seemed a little, I don't know, filler, but we'll see what happens. I might do some review videos for a couple episodes of The Walking Dead. There's a new series called Beyond the World. I'm still kind of iffy on. Fear the Walking Dead is probably going to be my main Walking Dead show. There's not a whole lot of new shows coming out this year, so we may see, maybe I'll do some reviews of some old classics. So we'll see what happens. So until next time, this is Dave from Dave's Dimension saying keep on busting, and I'll catch you on the flip side.